Switching softwares can be a difficult task. Luckily, we have developed a seamless implementation process that will help you transition from your old software to MyPracticeNow in an average of 2 to 4 weeks. Hi, my name is David Frere. I am the Customer Service Director of MyPracticeNow, and my goal is to fully train you and equip you with the necessary tools that you need to use MyPracticeNow. We have 6 available modules that you can watch at your convenience, or you can contact the office at 888-412-8810 or email us at info@mypracticenow.com and request a personalized live training session for you and your staff. Please take note that these videos are only to help your training, but I highly recommend that you take advantage of the live training sessions we provide for our customers. Let me give you a quick tip before we begin. You will have questions that will come up as you are watching the following modules. I recommend that you write them down and email them to info@mypracticenow.com so that we can go over the questions that you have in a live training session. Ready? Let's get started. Welcome to Module 3 training. In this training, we will talk about how to enter charges, apply payments, enter credits or refunds. First of all, let's talk about your customer information area. Here you will find the customer that you have previously selected from your patients list. You have your customer's phone number, alternative phone number, if you've added any, and their email address. We've created a link for you so you can directly click on their email address link and it'll take you directly to compose a new email. Also here you can see the previous balance that your customer might have. Here you will see the credits that they might have, and if you added banks, you will see here also the banks. We also have here the print receipt link, so you can select a date range of receipts that you would like to show your client. Let's say we select from the 21st to the 25th. In this case, we don't have any payments yet, so it won't show us any. But here we'll have the payments or the charges that have been added. And also at the very bottom, it will also show the credit balance if they have any credit, and also the amount due. And then here you have your print button, so it'll take you directly to print the receipt or their invoice. And so that is your customer information area. Let's talk about how to add a charge. So we have here selected Mr. Elvis King. He is signed up to a program and he's already been scheduled for his appointments. So now we are ready to start adding charges. First of all, before you add a charge, you have to have the charges that you will add, you have to have them added on your inventory, which we will go over in depth on our next module, how to add inventory, edit, and how to run the reports. But at this time, we already added a few items just so I can show you this. So to enter a charge, you would go here to your Enter Charges button, simply click. It will automatically populate today's date, but you can always come in and change the date if maybe this is a charge that should have been done yesterday for your reports. You can change that here. Here you will put the quantity of the item we're about to charge. If we are to have a discount, you can click here and add it and the software automatically will calculate that for you. Or if you simply need to overwrite the amount instead of doing a specific percentage, you can do it here. So let's go ahead and charge Mr. Elvis King for his weight loss 20-day program. So we'll go here, weight loss 20-day program item, which we have already added on our inventory list. Okay, we see here that the amount for it is here. If you need to overwrite, let's say you need to do a percentage of a discount, you can do that here. Apply a discount and it'll add here the discount. In this case, we will just leave it blank. So once we've selected it, you push add, and here has been added to a charge. If we need to add more charges, we can continue doing so with the next one and just keep going and adding as many charges as we need. That way you don't have to individually close the new charge window and then open it again to add a new one. You can just add several at the same time. So in this case, we just want this one added at this moment. So once we've added all the charges we want, we click finish, and the charge has been added. As you can see also here, our balance now is jumped from 0 to the amount of the charge. Here I will show you the status of it that's still open, that it has not been paid for, the date, and of course the item. If you need to delete it, you can go ahead and come here, push delete, confirm, and it's been deleted. Now I remind you that the delete option is not available for all users. Only users that have the administrative rights or your provider rights can delete charges. So let's go ahead and add a charge once again. Enter charges, select your item, apply discount if needed, add it to the charge, and finish if that's all the charges we're going to add. And there we go. Another feature that we have is you can use your scanner to add a charge. You simply come here, so that change the date if you need to. Here on our POS system, click. Once it says scanning, you can just simply grab your scanner, scan the barcode of your item, and it will automatically bring it up and populate it here for you. All you have to do is just click finish. And that's for merchant services. If you are interested in purchasing a scanner from us, you can contact the office at the number or email at the email shown on the screen. And that's how you add and delete a new charge. Now that we have entered charges, we are ready to apply payments to those charges. As we can see here, Mr. Elvis King, we've charged him for his program, vitamin C supplement, and green tea. So let's go ahead and apply payment. Mr. King came in and he would like to pay for his part of his weight loss charge. He doesn't want to do the full payment, he just wants to do a partial payment. So we'll go to apply payments, then automatically today's date will populate, but if you need to, you could always override it. Let's say the payment was done yesterday and you're just inputting this information today. So you can always change the date. And then after that, we select the method payment from the payments of method that you've set up on your admin button. Now, if you are signed up with our merchant services and they are paying with a Visa, credit card, MasterCard, then you would just simply have to click here on your credit card, and then with the credit card swiper that we have available, then you would click the button, swipe the card, and it will automatically populate all of this information for you. It will also let you know if it's a Visa or a MasterCard. It'll do all that automatically. If you are not signed up with our merchant services and you would like more information, feel free to contact the phone number on the screen, or you can email us. So let's say you are not signed up with our merchant services and they simply want to pay with cash. Then we would select cash. They want to pay $1,000. That would go towards the weight loss program charge. You can add notes here if need be. After that, here you can see the charges that are still open, they're still pending. So you can apply those $1,000 to either one of these charges. You can apply it to this, or to this. When you hit apply to all, it will automatically apply it from starting from the first charge that you see here. So let's say if this charge was only $2,000 or $200, and you would hit apply all, then it would apply 200 to this and the remainder to this, and so on and so forth. But in this case, since only 1,000 doesn't even cover the whole amount for the weight loss charge, then it will just apply it here. You can also just manually input it. Let's say those part of those $1,000 you're going to put in here. You can just click on here and apply 50 to that, and then apply the other 65 to this, and then just the remainder on that. But in this case, we're going to apply the $1,000 to this charge. So once we've input where we're applying it to, then we can hit apply payment. Okay. And now, as you can see, we have a payment with cash on this day. And now, as you can see as well here on this charge, it tells us that there's only $295 is owed on this one. Since there hasn't been any payments applied to this supplements, they still remain open. But on this one, since we apply this payment to this, there's only $295 left to pay on this. And now also our balance here on top has gone down from the $1,410, now is only $410, calculating these two supplements and the remaining $295 off of the weight loss program. So let's go ahead and make another payment, and this time we're going to pay off the two supplements. So let's say Mr. King, he wants to make a payment for whatever he's taking right now. So we go to apply payment. We're going to leave the day as it is. Input method, let's say they're going to pay with a MasterCard to a third-party merchant service that you might have. But like I said, if you get the merchant services through us, then you don't have to go through all of that. You can just simply run the card through our software. So let's say I'm going to pay with a MasterCard, and the amount is going to be the amount combined for both of these, which is 115. You can add notes if you need to. And now if we hit apply all, the 115, it will apply it to this one, the first one. But we want to apply it to this. So just an example, see apply all, it'll apply it to this. But that's not where we want it. So instead of doing the apply all, we will put 50 on here and the remaining 65 on here. And that will total 115. So now we just apply the payment. Okay. And now, here is the payment with the MasterCard that we've just made for $115. And also you can see that these charges, they show that it's been completely paid for. So it doesn't show a balance like this one, that we only paid $1,000, so there's a balance of $2,000. We paid it in full, so now you can see that it's completely been paid. And now our balance has gone down to $295, which is the way lost charge. That's all there's left. If by mistake you happen to input a payment, maybe you apply the payment to the wrong charges, you can always come back here to the delete button, delete, confirm, and it's deleted. So now, as you can see, now our charges, our supplements, they've gone from being paid to now being open again, since we deleted that one charge. And also our balance has gone up again. Now it's a reminder that only users that have administrative rights or provider rights have the option to delete items or to delete charges. Users that you have set up with the rights for receptionist rights, they don't have the option to delete. They would have to consult with whoever the administrator is to be able to delete payments or charges. So that's just a reminder. And that is how you apply payments and delete payments. Let's go over how to enter and apply a credit. Now let's say that perhaps you require a down payment for one of your services, and you might want to put it as a credit. Or maybe you would like to transfer credits for a patient from your old software to this new software. And how you do that is very simple. You come here to your credit refund button, you click on it, you click on enter credit, you select the date of the credit or simply leave it as it populates today's date automatically, the payment information for the credit, if you're adding a credit and they're going to pay with their card for the credit, you can just run it through our merchant services. If you're not signed up with our merchant services, then you can just select any of their payment methods that you have set up under your admin button. If you would like more information about signing up to our merchant services and getting the credit card swiper, then you can contact us at the number on the screen, or you may also email us. So let's say that they would like to pay for this credit with cash. We'll select cash. Let's say that as a down payment you require $50, so we're going to do a $50 down payment credit. And then you can add description. And then after you've filled out this information, hit apply. And now our credit's been applied. So now you can see here the balance for their credit is $50. And you can also see here that there was a credit payment made with cash for $50. And that's how you add credit. Also, if you have a patient that you have set up for recurring automatic payments, every time the card is automatically run, it will show up as a credit for you to be able to apply it to wherever you need to, whatever charge you need to apply it to. So how do we apply credits? How do we use our credits? We simply come to apply payment. Here you select the credit that you would like to use. In this case we only have one, this one, the $50 down payment. We're going to use this credit, so you must select this. On the amount, we will choose how much of these $50 we want to use. In this case, we want to use the whole amount, so we put that. You enter notes if you need to. And then now we're going to select to what charge we're going to apply this $50 to. So let's say we're just going to apply it to this vitamin C. So we'll put $50 that will go to the vitamin C supplement and apply payment. It's been applied. So now you can see that there is the payment done with the credit for $50. And also we can see that the vitamin C supplement has been paid for completely. And our credit has gone down to 0. We have no more credits available to use. If you had more than this $50 credits, then you would have the remaining balance of your credits. So let's say maybe you need to delete this transaction that you've just made. Very simple, just come here to your delete button, confirm, and it's been deleted. So now our vitamin C is gone back to being open. Our credits are still at 50. So it's been deleted. Now a reminder that only users that have administrative rights or provider rights can delete items or charges. So now if we go to our print receipt, select the date. Now you can see that also on the receipt, on the invoice for your customers, it will show the amount that's due and also if they have any credits available for them to use. So it will show that also on the receipt. And that is how you apply and use the credits. Let's go over how to add a refund. This is very simple. Simply come here to the credit refund button, enter refund, and here you will have all of the charges that you can apply the refund to. For example, here on this vitamin C supplement for $50 is being completely paid for, so it gives us the option to refund it. All the other items have not been paid for, or not, there hasn't been a full payment to them, so that's why it's not here on the list. So we can either refund the $50 for the vitamin C that's been paid in full, or we can refund the credit also that's been done for $50. In this case, we're going to refund the vitamin C. So simply change the day if you need to. If not, it will automatically populate today's date. Then you will select a method of refund. Either you can refund the money back to the card using our software through our merchant services, or you can select a different method of payment that you have previously set up under your admin button. If you would like more information about our merchant services, our credit card swiper, how to obtain it, you can call us at the number on the screen or email us. So in this case, we'll select cash. We're going to give the money back in cash since it was paid for in cash. We're going to select the amount. It'll be $50. Description of the refund for your bookkeeping so you know what's going on. And we are going to apply the refund to this charge. So once we've entered all this information, now we can scroll down, apply refund. Refund's been applied. And now you can see that the vitamin C has been refunded. So now this this supplement is gonna go back to your inventory again. So you'll have that again. And also you can see here the transaction history, today's date, refund on cash for $50. Let's say you maybe apply this refund by mistake to a wrong item. You can always come back here and delete it. Simply press the delete button, confirm, and it's been deleted. And now we're back. That to show that the vitamin C is still paid for. And that is how you add and delete a refund. So now that we have added charges, we've applied payments, maybe credits, maybe refunds, we are ready or need to print a receipt or an invoice for your patient. Simply come here to the print receipt button, select a date range that you would like to print. So let's say this time we want to print everything from this week, so from the 30th to today. Hit run, and here we'll show you the history of payments and charges that's been made, the amount, and their current status. Here you will have your customer's information, their name, their address, the date this invoice been printed, your logo. Also, if you scroll down, you will see if they have any credits. You will see here their balance, and also you see the balance of the amount due. So if you need to print or email it, simply come to your print button up on top, and here you can either print it or save it as a PDF file to email to your client. Okay, and that is how you can print or email your invoices or receipts. Another great feature that our software offers is the ability to set up recurring payments for a credit card on your patients. For instance, let's say with Anna Castro, she would like to get set up for you to deduct or charge an amount from her credit card every month or bi-weekly, or however it is that you choose. You have the ability to do that. And to do that, simply come here to your recurring tab. Here you will find the payment methods that you set up, the recurring schedule, and your recurring history. To add a credit card, you simply come to payment methods, add a new method, and fill out the information of the credit card number, expiration date, and the zip card, and simply click add. In this case, we have already set one up, as you can see here. Status is active. You can always inactivate the cards if it's not active anymore. And now we are ready to set up a recurring schedule now that we have added a payment method. To do that, simply go to recurring schedule button, and as you can see here, we already have a schedule set up that starts on the August 29th and ended on the same day, because it was only recurred with just once for our test purposes. But to set up a new recurring, all you have to do is go to your new recurring, button. Select the card to process from the payment methods that you have set up. In this case, we have this one set up. We will select a start date. Let's say we want it to run on the 1st of the month for the first payment. Let's say we want it for the amount of 1 cent, just right now, and we want it to recur every month, and we want it to happen for 4 times. So on the 1st of every month, it's going to deduct 1 cent for 4 occasions. We've set that up. You click add. It's been added successfully. Okay. And now we can see that we have set up our recurring schedule, that it will start at the 1st of February and it will end on the 1st of May. So it will make 4 payments. Now after the card, the software processes the card, you will have a credit for the amount that it was processed for. So for instance, on the 1st of February, the card will be ran for 1 cent, and if it all goes through, I will have a credit here for that amount for me to apply to whatever charge I need to apply it. You will also get via email a statement of the cards that were run. Now here you can view on your recurring history, whenever the card has been run, it will keep a history of it all. It will show you the amount and the status, if it was declined, if it was approved. So it will let you know here on your recurring history. Now to set up a recurring payment, you do need to be signed up for our merchant services. So if you are using a third-party credit card company, then you will no longer need for that. All you have to do is you can just have all that run within the software by simply signing up through our merchant services. And to get that information, if you like more information about our merchant services, you can contact us at the phone number shown on the screen, or you can email us. And that is how you set up methods, how you schedule the recurring payments, and how you view your recurring history. Let's go over your financial reports. There are several reports available that you can view, and by going here to your menu bar up on top, go to your reports button, and you can see all the reports that you can view and have available. Let's go over the first one, which is our daily summary report. We click there. We will click the day. Let's say I want to see the summary report for today. At the end of the day, I'll run it, and then here it will show me how many patients arrived for that day. That is why it's very important. That's why it's very important for the patient's calendar to for the status to be changed when they arrive, to put the status been arrived, or if they're canceled or rescheduled or anything like that. So you will see here total number of patients that have arrived for the day, how many cash payments you've made for the day, checks, and the total of both. Also here you will have the summary of the payment types that you've selected, that you receive. if there are any credit payments or ClearGage payments as well. And here you will have the total revenue of all of this combined. And if there were any refunds applied, here you will have the total amount of refunds for the daily summary. You also have this report available, but for a range of days. Let's say you would like to see for the whole week what happens. You can select a week. Let's say this time we want to see what happened the week of the 14th. So we'll select the 14th to the 19th. We can run the report, and then here we can see for the whole, all those days that we've selected, we can see the summary for all of those days. Let's say, for instance, you would like to see the whole month. You could also do that. We want to see for the month of December what happened from the 1st to the 31st. We can run that, and we can see the summary for the whole month. Next report we have is a patient day sheet. Here we will select the date range that we would like to view. Let's say we want to see this day from this week. And here it will show us the transaction history of every single patient that came in, and we either added a charge, or we applied a payment, or did a credit, or anything like that. Here you will have the list of all of your patients that had something going on their account. Like I said, either payments or charges that were added, or refunds or anything like that. And so for each one of your patients, you will have the total of charges and payments that were made, and also the balance for the day that you've selected. At this time, we only have, it only shows us Mr. Elvis for the date range that we selected. But let's say you've had a number of patients that came in and you did payments or entered charges, and it will show you the long list here. The next report will be our credit summary. We'll select day range. So let's say for today we would want to see the summary of all of the patients that have a credit on their account. So for instance, let's say Mr. Elvis King, if he was to have here a credit available for him to use, it would show up on our credit summary. So this is useful. Let's say if you require a deposit before any of your clients enter a program, so that deposit you would enter it as a credit, and here you will see that certain patient has that deposit credit. Then you can go back and look and see how come that they still have that credit, how come it hasn't been applied, have they come in, have they not, why. So it's very useful for that. Also, whenever it is that you have a recurring payment set up, when a card gets run, it adds the funds to the credits, so you can also be able to view here the credits that they have available as well, and you can go back and charge and apply that credit to an item that's been added. Okay, now we also have here our agent report. So for the agent report, it will show you your patients that owe you money for more than 30 days, for more than 60 days, or for more than 90 days. Here you will have a list of all the clients that owe you money for all that, those days. in case you need to call them and try to collect or send them to collections or whatever it might be the case. You can view all of that here. Okay, on the sales tax report, we select a date range. Let's say we want to see the items that have been sold and how much taxes we've collected for accounting purposes or whatever it might be. Here for the range of the dates, it will show you all the items that have been sold, which ones been tax exempt, which ones you actually did collect taxes on. Here we have the total, all of them. In this case, all of these two items that we have here, no taxes were charged on that, so we can see here the total of those amounts. Also, you have here your service income report. Let's select a date. Let's say we want to see also for the whole week. Here you could see how many of all the programs that you've set up on your admin page. Of all those programs, how many procedures you've made, or how many of those programs, how many services of those programs you've sold, and the total revenue of the combined procedures that you've made. So let's say that for this week that we've selected, we have signed up, let's say 5 patients to the 20-day weight loss program. So then here it will show us 5, a number total of 5, and here it will show us how much the total revenue we've had for this program. For instance, here on this 20-day weight loss has been applied to Dr. King, as you can see, and for the weight loss, only $1,000 have been made to this program. So that's why here on the report, it only shows us that we have made only $1,000 from those programs, because only $1,000 have been paid to that charge of Mr. King. But here you will have a total of all of the charges on all of your patients that you've signed up to the 20-day and how much they've paid you. So you will have here a list of all of the programs that you have added charges to on patients here. Another one that we have is we have our weekly stats report. Let's say we want to see for the whole week. Here, the day that you select here, it will be the end day of the week. So for example, let's say I want to view the report for this whole week. Then instead of running it for the day that starts, I will select the last day of the week. So let's say I'll select the 20th, and it will show me 7 days prior to that. Okay, so let's say the 19th, so it'll show me 7 days prior to the 19th. I will run it, and here I will see the stats report. Here, depending on the number of employees I set up or your providers, if you want to see how much the total of collections based off of the revenue per employee, it'll divide this total collections by the number of employees that you have, so you could see an average of the revenue per employee based on the total collections. Here you will have the total number of leads that you've added for the selected week, and also on your marketing, see how where the referral was pulled from. Here you have the number of consultations that were scheduled, how many were actually conducted, and the number of patients that you've signed into a program for the selected date range. Okay. Here you can see your marketing dollars, and you will see your average cost fee and cost per patient, and the total number of visits. Now on this and every single one of the reports, you have the option to print. So you can either print it or save it to a PDF as a PDF file. Next report we have is here's our client list. So here's this one will simply show you a list of all of your current active clients that you would have. It will show you the name, their date of birth, age, email address, phone number, the day that they've been active since, and when it is that they've last came into the office for a visit. So this one's pretty self-explanatory. So also you can have the option here to print all of this. Now there is still the inventory reports, but I will go over these on our module 4, which is about inventory, how to add inventory, how to write off inventory. So I will go over these reports on our next module. And that is how you view your financial reports, how you print all of your reports.